Satnam, the Aquarius full moon is coming. And it's going to be at 27 degrees. It's bringing up a lot of action. It is a big full moon because not only is it one of the closest and it's a supermoon, it is in conjunction with Uranus. So Uranus is one of the natural rulers of Aquarius, and it brings on unusual things. So this full moon is conjuncting, squaring Taurus, Uranus, same degree. They're going to come together, and it is going to really bring about, there's going to be some disappointment. There's going to be some redirection. In fact, you may have already had the disappointment, and you're thinking, what now? You're being upgraded. One of the things to really understand with Aquarius is karma's not the end of the world. Just because something crashes or changes course, it's really more to see, do you have that, the muscle, the spiritual insight and strength to stay the course? In our world, you can see there is so much confusion and so much backbiting and so much turning on each other. And this Aquarius Leo energy is asking us to do the self-love and the spiritual practices that make us the lover for humanity, that opens us up to being a healer for the world. One of the things you have to realize right now is you're going to want to communicate. Hi there. And with Uranus getting right up on Mercury, you might say something stupid, okay? And you don't want to do that, right? So avoid the compulsion and instead try to listen more. Our mind is really being upgraded in this full moon. And so that is why I am working with the Gayatri, Om Bhura Bhava Swaha, that it's longer than that, but we are going to use it on Saturday. Basically, we're going to marinate in it, and we're going to do a Kriya that is specific to realign our brain with the light. That's what it's for, right? And then this mantra helps us have a clarity and a certainty in life. So we'll be in this on Saturday, preparing us for Monday. So I'm going to teach 9:30 Saturday morning and then 9:30 on Monday. I will be wrapping it all up with the conclusion on Wednesday night at 6:30. The other big thing that's happening, and it doesn't just come at the full moon, we can already feel it, and that is Saturn and Jupiter coming together. Jupiter is in Gemini, Saturn is in Pisces. They're at 17 degrees. This is about disciplining the mind so the mind can think like God. Yeah. Disciplining the mind so the mind can think like God. And that's why we're using this Gayatri meditation. The Gayatri has been around for about 35 BC. So that's like 5,500 years old. It is, it comes from the ancient wisdom of India, and it really links with the Christ consciousness. We forget that, the Jews of Jesus's time were all getting together in Alexandria, right? And the mystical Jewish wisdom was there, along with the Greek wisdom, along with the Egyptian wisdom, and it all came together. We see Jesus leave in the story of him around 2.5 to be saved. So he has a lot of exposure to Alexandria and the education there and Egypt. And then when he is 12 years old, from 12 to 30, he's back in Egypt. He goes to Avalon and he makes his way to India to study with one of the most amazing ever yogis, and that's Mahavatar Babaji. Mahavatar Babaji said that the Gayatri has a way of making the mind the mirror of God, so that what you think and say is coming directly from the one. And right now, with Jupiter and Saturn wants to give the discipline through self-love, sense and intuit what God wants for you. You got to kind of let go of the insecurity, drop all the drama so we can really feel and know. So tomorrow, Saturday at 9:30, we're going to do the elementary adjustment for the brain, and you'll be hearing this mantra all the way through it, and then I'm going to walk you through it, and we're going to do a very magnetic mudra. We're using the Jupiter finger and the Saturn finger, and we're going to harness that energy right into the third eye with the mantra. It's going to be an amazing experience, and it's going to get you ready because you may already have your feathers a little ruffled, and so it's going to help you understand. You know what the biggest thing right now is? What could you do different? What could you do different? What could Marcia do different? How could I listen more? How could I say that different? That is it. It's not the finger pointing game. This wisdom of Aquarius says, if this is bothering you, what is it in you that lets it bother you? The only person, y'all, we have any control over is us. And so when Leo and Aquarius dance together, it's a real healing on that, because Leo is about self-love. It's about being affectionate. It's about being seen in the world. Okay? It's about romance. It's creative. It's amazing. And when the sun hits the moon in Aquarius, Aquarius is Leo's medicine and Leo is Aquarius's medicine. So Aquarius, when it's with Leo like this, it's saying, okay, so you've done the self-healing. You don't have to be right all the time. You don't have to get your way all the time. Is there another way through? And are you ready to experience that? All of us are being asked to grow in this way, as we can see the temperament, right, in the world, through politics, through the world and so much violence and wars. We, the people, we want peace. We, the people, understand that there is more than enough food and shelter and love for everybody. There really is. That there's any shortage, it's something that we've made up. And this energy that we're in right now, it's going to cause things to break down. And it's going to cause things to break down on the collective level and in your personal life, how it does affect the collective. The signature of this, as something is breaking down, as you are healing and becoming more your authentic self, you're going to take a meaningful action next week that says, this is what I'm willing to do for love. And it's the love that you have for your life and the life that this world is. We human family are the mamas and papas of the earth. We are in debt to her, and it is our time to do what is right for Mother Earth. And part of what makes it right for Mama Earth is when her children get along. When her children get along, when we love each other, right? This is what we are being called to task, to open up to things that you don't know. I got into a really touchy subject with somebody, I think it was last Saturday. And what I really realized, and I want to share this with you, is the trauma of my inner child still reacts when I feel afraid. So sometimes things that go on in the politics or go on in the world may be activating your childhood trauma. So here's what you want to know. You're probably not as triggered about world events as you think. You're probably not as afraid of whatever you're afraid of as you think. That it's been something that has been programmed in you since you were a little child, through your family, and then education. We have been taught that there's some powers that are good and there's some powers that are bad, and these are the right ways. And we know now that everything has been told to us for an ulterior motive down the line to get humanity to do what the larger power wants, right? And the larger power is not like a bunch of people. It's a very small amount of people. We're bigger. And that's what Aquarius wants us to know. We are bigger, and how we really have our power is to be the peaceful power, to have that neutral mind that can communicate clearly with those that are around us. And part of great communication is great listening. So join me tomorrow, and we are going to start this journey that we will be taking We started it last Saturday. We had an amazing, in fact, at the end of the class, it's just a regular class. Two of the students are going, oh my God, this is like a workshop. And I'm like, that's Kundalini. We go deep in Kundalini. And we are going to be working with the stars on Saturday, Monday at 9:30, and then on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. I love you so much. Also, and I'll make a separate post for this, I'm doing mini readings and I'm doing them as a special. So if you would like a 20-minute reading, I record it. So you just send me 2 questions, your birth information, and I make the recording and I give it to you. It's a special, so it's $30 for 20 minutes. And it will have all of this energy that we're getting from Saturn and Uranus and the Sun and the Moon and Mercury and Venus. It's so juicy. I'll put that in the in my link tree, and you just direct message me, and I'll tell you what I need from you, and then I'll get you a reading. I love you so much. Happy full moon. It's coming. It's building. It might be a little spicy energy, but it is for our good, and you are ready. Sign out.